Double click that bell. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Bing. And we're on 1 hour. All right, man. Peace. I see you, Q. So I don't know how I need your email, Q. Your email, bro. Send that link. Everybody get up in the building for a minute, man. Got 1 quick hour. Let me see. Kent.
What up, why?
What up, man?
And nothing on this grind. Going on with you.
All right, there you go, Corey. What's good, bro?
Peace, peace. What up? What up?
Yeah, man, we give him a good hard hour, yo. Think you was touching on some very valuable points, man.
What's happening,
Yeah.
Court?
Maybe that was why
What
you
family? What's up?
you was getting out some good jewels, man. All right, we got 38,000 people in the building, man. Gullah Juice was good, man. Black African Power. CK, the poet. Black African Power. 357, Black African Power. ESI 44, what's up, Sabio? What's good, man? Black African Power, man. Who else we got here, man? I'm gonna shout out to Truth Ministries too, man. He called me today, man. But I never got back on, man. Brother Truth Ministries, I missed him, missed the call, man. I always want to call him back. That's a good brother right there, yo. It's a good brother right there, man. Yeah, we over here, man. We gonna, y'all see the title, man, Vaccines and the Death of Ignorance. All right. Zan was good. Not a coincidence, y'all. What's up, Sonny B. Coy? What it do from West Africa, Black African Power? What's up, D? Black African Power. Ronald, Black African Power. What's good on Truth Ministry, man? Where you at, yo? We over here live. All right. Yeah, give me an email. I'm gonna see the link. I want you to hop on, y'all. You know I meant to call you back earlier, yo. My fault. Yeah. Well, send me the email to the phone, yo, so I can send it to you real quick. All right, I know you're getting ready for that vaccine joint. Let's have a conversation. All right, send me your email right now. Or hit me up on Facebook. Okay, family, yeah, man. I see you. Slave. Black African Power, man. Mark White TV. Tampa in the house. All right, got 50,000. Jagar Davis, Black African Power. Gideon, Black African Power. Yosef, Black African Power. Robert Anthony, Black African Power. Kevin Henry, Black African Power. There you go, Miss Tiffany, Black African Power, the intelligent one. Absolutely. Charles Goodwin, Black African Power. Raheem, Black African Power. Man, we got a nice little crowd in here today, man. Mika, what's up with you, man? Hey, I want y'all to make sure y'all go over there and put the link in here and y'all make sure y'all vote. And I ain't telling y'all who to vote for. Of course, I ain't telling y'all who to vote for. No, I'm not going to do that. But I will tell you.
I tried to vote just now. That joint ain't even had no option to vote on that joint.
It is because you got to join the group, yo. That's part of the trick.
I did all that.
Yeah, do it again. Don't give up. You got to be diligent. Seriously, we got to be diligent, yo. Yeah, we can't let the pseudos get away. Pseudo.
No option.
We gotta be diligent in this thing we doing right here, man. I really appreciate the support we're starting to get, man.
Feel that.
Feeling that. Motivate me. Y'all motivate me.
Hey, they ain't make a certificate over there for themselves yet.
Nah. Wish McCollum ain't gonna do that, man. Jude ain't gonna do that, man.
Okay.
Yeah, he'd do it if I debated him. He'd swear he beat me up, and that's okay. That's been our relationship from day one. I'm cool with that. He feel like he win. You know what I'm saying? I know I won. You know how I go?
Is that how they usually do it? They let the people decide, like they let the people vote on the joint?
Nah, it end up being a tie, which I don't understand.
Nah.
I don't understand that. When I start time. Shit. Wish McCollum might be right, yo. Wish McCollum crazy ass might be right. It might be time for me to tie. Right. I say, damn. Shaz, Black African Power. Yo, check this out, y'all. Black African Power was good, was happening, a well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. Pseudo Killas on deck. Check this out. We come to do what we got to do, and we're gonna do what we got to do. We standing tall, we standing strong. Hey man, Pseudo Killas on deck. What's good, Kent? Clark Kent, what it do, brother? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm good, man. Out here on the grind. You know what I'm saying? Just tuning in, man. I probably ain't gonna say much. I'm about to go up in this joint. But you know what I'm saying? Just wanted to check in with you.
Yeah, you gotta support your own shit.
Already.
If you don't support your own thing, who will? Man, God,
and
man,
look,
we can't get you to support your own shit.
Hey, look, wait on that weird Earth to touchdown. I think they just delivered that joint.
Huh? Oh, okay. Damn, how you get yours first, yo? That's terrible.
Man, I ordered that joint this morning as soon as y'all put it in the joint.
Wait a minute, man. How you get yours before mine?
I did the same day. I did the same day delivery on my shit.
No, you went up. You upped it.
I upped it.
Oh, you can't be doing that, yo. See, man, these dudes, man, be trying to.
They want up to, man.
I had to go ahead and up it. You know what I mean?
Oh man. Hey, Concrete Cord, what it do, man? How you doing, man? What it do, man? Atheist, what it do? Anti-theist.
It's all good.
What's up?
It's all good, man. Man, just trying to get some information and dispel some of the misinformation. You know what I mean? And I'm out in the store. I bought, I bought a washer and dryer. The cord, you got to buy the cord separate, right? So I bought a 4-foot cord, but I need a 6-foot cord. So,
okay,
I'm out trying to get me a cord real quick.
Out in the COVID jungle.
Man, in the COVID jungle, man.
Man, don't y'all lax.
You got to do what your old lady wants you to do, man. You got to climb a mountain if she wants you to climb a mountain. You know what I mean?
They walking through the COVID, they don't give a damn. Yeah, man. Hold on, man. I got a special guest, man. Truth Ministries, man. Now, this brother from Baltimore, man. And I'm just particularly proud of him. As I sit back and watch his growth and development, man, as an African teacher, man. being in the mean streets of Baltimore, Maryland, man, knowing what he went through, what he go through and how it is, man. I'm just especially proud to see a person just develop their wisdom and their knowledge, man, and then have the courage, you know what I'm saying, to have serious conversations about what they think they know and what they think they believe, yo. So for me, Brother Truth Ministries is an example. You know what I'm saying? I swear to goodness, when I first met him, he was pseudo. I don't care what he say. He might get mad. Don't matter. I don't care. What's up, Truth? How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm good. You was right. You right. You right. I see it now. You see what I'm saying? I was where a lot of these people are right now. That's why they don't get when I'm telling them like, yo, y'all just ain't on the right path. Y'all not understanding what's really going on. They think I'm lying to them because they in the same frame of mind I was. I was still in the frame of mind of belief. You know what I mean? I was still believing in things instead of knowing things. But now once the thing about knowledge is once you understand knowledge, I mean the information that you're gaining, once you understand it, it does something to you. You see what I'm saying? You no longer think the same. You feel me? I can't sit here and debate evolution no more. You see what I'm saying? I can't debate evolution. It's proven. It's a fact. You know what I mean? I can't debate the vaccine. You see what I'm saying? Because based on the recent vaccine science and what the new vaccine is, it's proven. It's not even the same science as before that they're using in the COVID vaccine. You know what I mean? So
facts. But hold that right there. Let me get my main man on here, man. Let me get the brother, you know what I'm saying, that has thoroughly enriched everybody's life, man. Let me get Vance on here. What's good, Vance? What it do, man? It's early enough for you to stop through. What's up?
Right. Of course. What's good? Peace to the panel. Peace to the listeners. Peace to the ones listening to archive. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe. Real Black Atheist Library Podcast on iTunes. Now go do it. But yeah, I'm here. Still at work, just getting off. Just while I was here, I was checking out the debates you had last night. Great performance, killed them in the first round, probably first 5 minutes. And I was hoping that the guy was going to bring out some information that maybe we hadn't heard before, or the topic might not have been broached. And of course he didn't. And of course he didn't refute anything you said. Of course he didn't bring no sources. And it was a kind of a shit show. So I think those gentlemen over there in the lines, then they got to step it up, man. They really do. And I'll leave it. I'll leave it with that for now.
Yeah, real talk. To say something about Jeremiah Judah, I think he really is trying to create something good.
He is.
I just think the people that he got around him, some of them are snakes. You could tell by their style of debate. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you weren't the only person that he changed the title on. A dude did that shit to me. I got called a traitor, all type of stuff today. They in the back chat talking all bad about me this morning, but it is what it is. I called it how I seen it.
Yeah, you did. They didn't want you to say it. They didn't want you to say it, bro.
But it is what it is. But yeah, I think he got good intentions, and he got a lot of people over there that's thirsty for knowledge. They just looking in the wrong places. It ain't that they stupid. They just got the wrong information. Just like I had the wrong information. You remember y'all? I had that one science book, and I kept on saying, "Yo, the doctors kept saying this. This is PhD doctors in this book." Y'all kept telling me I'm pseudo. The book pseudo, and I was mad as shit. It's the same way they doing over there right now. See what I'm saying? They don't understand that shit is pseudo, bro. You see what I'm saying? And I didn't understand it, so I ain't mad at them. I'm not mad at them at all. I understand what they're going through. You feel me? So I just think it's going to take time. That's why I ain't leave the group.
We all been there though. We all been in that position.
Let me say this one last thing, because I know they watching. I gotta apologize for the disrespect. I did lose control. I just lost my temper. I mean, I at one point I had enough. You see what I'm saying? And I apologize for the people I called out their names.
I can't help you on that one, bro. I've been doing that my whole career. I can't.
Sometimes you gotta cuss a nigga out. Shit.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta get it the wrong way, dog. I can't. I'd be a hypocrite if I say, "Yo, you shouldn't do that." What I do want to say is, we all have pseudo beginnings, right? I mean, at a certain point, we have to admit that if you have not been raised in a scientifically sound home, right? You're gonna gravitate. If you didn't go to school and really take it a little serious, you're gonna gravitate. Okay, if you grew up in a religious household, right? There's another set of challenges in this thing we have here. So nobody on the panel, none of the pseudo killers, right? At no point do we think we better. We just understand we have better information and know how to critique the better information. That's the difference. So we don't think we better. We just know we have better information. So I just wanted to say that. Put that in there. Go ahead, Truth. You got something on your chest. Go ahead.
Nah, I ain't gonna go too far. And it was just, I mean, I said pretty much everything I needed to say to them in the back chat. I ain't gonna throw dirt on their name on this channel right now. You feel me? I ain't gonna do that to them. But I just think it's got to be more. People got to start really studying science and stop thinking they understand science. You see what I'm saying? It was a whole debate about evolution, and it's just a whole bunch of stuff that must be learned, and that's why these debates are real important. Well, we just gotta get better judgment. I don't know. People got to know the content matter and not fall asleep. You know what I mean? You can't fall asleep and call yourself a judge and then judge the debate and you ain't see half of it. That's why I respect the one dude that actually made the statement. Oh yeah, I didn't see some of it, and he was literally saying like, oh, I can't call it right now till he go watch the whole video.
Yeah, I kind of appreciated that, man. Hey, can the Mars man put the link in there again so they can go ahead and vote, man? Y'all gotta go ahead and support. And when I say support, man, that'll be supporting Jeremiah Judah because you'll end up in his joint, right? And it'll support the conversation we had. You feel me? And so at a certain point, you got to know when even the people judging the conversation ain't qualified for the damn conversation. What? Y'all kind of get what I'm saying? Like it just take a certain level. And once again, it's not that we think we better. We just have better information. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if I'm saying that if I understand geology, right? And I understand the different ages. If I say the Paleocene, okay? Stone Age, Old Stone Age. You know what I'm saying? If I'm saying terms like that, the last glacial stage. You know what I mean? If I'm saying stuff like that, right? And then I understand where man was, right? If I give you an example of a marker, like a geological marker, like fucking what's the daggone thing, man? Come on, y'all help me out here. If I mention Niagara Falls, okay, how do we date an ice age using Niagara Falls? How can we date Niagara Falls? Let's do that. Where does the water come from to create Niagara Falls? Where is it located? Great Lakes.
Great Lakes.
Huh?
Great Lakes, right?
Great Lakes. Okay, so why? Where did the Great Lakes come from? Let's talk about it real quick. To show you how the game is played. Now I'm leading you to the pyramids, but I want to start the Ice Age. You know what I mean? So you know, we understand ice ages. What happens in ice ages? Where does the water go? And what happens to the shorelines? See, if you're not even understanding this conversation, you got niggas building pyramids in the middle of that shit. Y'all get that? See, you got people building pyramids in the middle of rushing water coming down. You know what I'm saying? Well, ain't no water rushing down to Africa. Okay, but what's the climate doing in Africa during the glacial stage? If you don't understand that concept, who got bread during the ice age to afford to pay for people on such a large scale? Who got the money to pay for the building of the pyramids? Oh, you didn't know it took money? You thought it just made, it wasn't slave labor. These were paid workers. I've even heard people say, well, they love their country. Man, they ain't love their country that much to build that. You still, no matter how much you love your country, you still got to be able to feed your babies at home. The workers are going to be away from home because they stayed in villages and towns. And maybe they brought their family with them, but it was work. There's no more different than understanding coal towns, mining towns. Why are they called mining towns? Because the miners live in a town in close proximity to the building projects. The same thing they did with the daggone pyramids. So we know that we know the towns that were constructed, right, to build pyramids. We got their records. Okay, so why geology? Because geology informs and instructs you. What is geology? Okay, the study of land, weather, all that, geography, land, geology, you know, the weather and all that stuff. Why is that important to the conversation? It's very important. That's why we start with a scientific basis with all our conversations. You're not going to get around the fact that the ice age ended at around 10,700 or maybe 11,500, give or take, approximate. All dates are approximate in science because more available information might give you a better, closer date. It's valuable to understand that. You got people building pyramids before they even invented writing, before they even had ritual rites to even think to build a daggone pyramid. That is bananas. Hold on. That is completely bananas. Let me bring my man on. Chef, what's good, brother? Black African Power, man. What it do?
What's up? What's up? What's the deal?
Hey, we got a mean crowd in here, man. I like to support the people that's giving us support now, bro. Got close to 70 people, man, at about 6:30 and 11 there, bro. I appreciate your hard work. You know what I'm saying?
Right. All right, so what y'all talking about? I just jumped on. I seen
Don't worry about it. You see the title, Vaccines, Death of Ignorance, right? And of course, we talking about, I see you, Will Peace, Black African Power, man. We talking about, why would I start the debate off of? We're talking about geological time. What geography is, what geology, I mean, geography is, you know what I'm saying? Why am I talking about these things? The point is, the brother was having people, he wanna act like people was building pyramids right in the ice age, before burial rites. So in that conversation, I just walk people down on technologies, one, and the progression. You don't just dive into building a daggone 500 feet building, y'all. 50 feet built, you don't do it. I know you want to be able to do it. Right. I think the pyramid is what, 400 something? You don't. You don't. Corey will tell you that's physics right there. Them brothers had to have an understanding of building stress material. How much stress can this particular rock hold before it crumbles and the whole thing fall down? So we have developmental stages of the rocks all falling down. So we give the science, and the foundation of the science. Okay, what was they building the pyramids on? How did they know that the ground itself was stable enough to hold the pyramids? How did they get 6-7 ton rocks, right? 600 miles away, like that dude say. He made it out. Because once again, we use science to study the rocks. Look, I brought this work right here, right? This work was clear. This work was simply showing the stones of the pyramids. Now, why would I bring the stones of the pyramid? Why would I bring this type of material out, y'all? What in the hell has got to do with the stones? Yes, because we're studying geology, geography and geology, and the rocks is part of that. Studying the different layers of the rocks. Where did they get the rock? We know where they got rocks from. We know where they got stones from. They got it from the quarries because they literally built the pyramids in the area where the quarries were, where the rock quarries were. That's how smart these brothers was. They be like, we ain't gonna build something 600 miles away from that. That's dumb. So they took geological surveys and they say, well, okay, all right, first of all, older people before them was taking advantage of the geography and the stones that were there, and they just followed suit with that. So they had to go nowhere to get the majority of their stones, those large stones. Matter of fact, if anybody took their ass to Egypt, you go to Egypt and you look to the left of the damn pyramid and you say, oh, that's where they got the rocks from, because it's cut out. And maybe one day we'll show you that. But if you don't understand geography, you're gonna start making up shit. If you don't understand ice age, you're gonna make up shit. If you don't understand technology and how you don't have an intercontinental missile without the invention of that hand stone tool, you don't have that without that. You can't have one without the other. You cannot, you need a stone age tool. that you use to cut with, and it's shaped almost like a giant arrowhead, about this big. I'm gonna show y'all, you need this stone age technology so that you can get to the point of quote unquote intercontinental missile, or something that will project, you know what I'm saying, into the cosmos and get interstellar, leave the space bubble. But you don't get to the leaving the space bubble without having stone age technology. And the fact that we don't understand how we get from a stone age tool 2.5 million years, stone age tools before Homo sapiens sapien. I said it, 2.5 million or 3.2 million in Kenya. Stone tools. Australopithecus are making stone tools. Australopithecus africanus. Go ahead. You want to say something?
I was going to ask, was that Homo habilis, but you said it was Australopithecus.
That's Australopithecus. This I'm certain
I
of.
know that's handyman is Homo habilis, right?
Yep. Yep, but they found some Australopithecines at Nairobi. Type in Nairobi Museum. That's where you get your crazy guys standing in the middle of their damn museum, irritated Jenny, talking about, yo, the white man has tricked them to think that monkeys is their ancestors. Yeah, he did that at the Nairobi Museum with all that power he got. Hold on 1 second. Go ahead, Corey, say something. Let me get this real quick.
Yeah, I just be trying to get all the education I could get. You know, once Unc be going, you know, I'm gonna ask some questions because, especially when he get into the archaeological shit and the geology, you know what I mean, the archaic humans and stuff. Like I really learned from Unc because he really put it in a way. Like a lot of the stuff I read on, but like, and I be having a vague sense of it, but he really put it in a perspective that I can really digest it. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate that about Unc, just in case he didn't know like some of the, you know, if he thought like any of the work that he doing was futile, just to put it to the point that no, it's not like that. I really appreciate the way you be explaining that because I can really understand that. You already know my choice of reading is astronomy and stuff like that. So astronomy and physics. So you know I appreciate that Unc can take the time and have the patience to read up on that. You know that the archaic humans and you know what I mean. And study the strata. Unc is real good about the strata. Like he ain't really been going in on that. Like how important the strata is and the dating, you know, like how that ties into the dating and all of that. So, you know, it's a lot that goes into it. You know what I'm saying? Well, if anybody want to chime in, you know what I mean, y'all can chime in or whatever. But I just wanted to add that little piece to it.
Yeah.
To those in the chat, man, thumbs up the video, man. Thumbs the video up, man. We're gonna be bringing some very, very good content. We're gonna be more regular, you know what I'm saying? So we just gotta, you know, we just want the people to come with us. You know, we don't want to just put the information out into the ether. We want somebody to be able to take this information and
are you going Megatron on us, Corey?
Because I was able to do that. But go ahead. I was just saying, you know, I want people to thumbs the video up and subscribe to the channel because we want to bring the crowd with us. We want to bring the people with us. We don't want to just put the information out to the vacuum of space. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%. 100%. We need, like you said, we need interaction on this channel just to get that feedback from people and kind of seeing what they want to talk about. What is being talked about out there? What is the narrative on whatever the pseudo shit might be at the day or the time or whatever the hell it might be. So we definitely need more people to interact and keep viewing us and share. I came on the other day a little inebriated and put up a little fight, which I thought was interesting. It might seem a little crazy at times,
But I think it's all worth it because the things that he was talking about, I'm sure somebody out there that probably feels some type of way, even though maybe not humans or monkeys. He left his neck out there and get cut off on that one. But just having that evolution talk, like Unc was saying, hell, the debate last night, they were bringing up some evolution debate they're gonna have. Hell, I don't know that anybody over there in Jeremiah camp even truly understands evolution or even deals with scientific literacy that well to even have that discussion. But the fact that they even having that discussion shows us where we at and how far these conversations are coming and where they're permeating. As far as the conscious community, and normally, typically, you would never hear that group talking about evolution, even speaking on it. So, but you need good sources for sure, and you can't just believe everything you see. And if you're going to get into that evolutionary talk, and if you're going to get into any of the things that we talk, it takes years to kind of get competent to on a basic level. Like none of us have just started reading this shit this year since we knew. Like, oh, we've been on these different subjects prior to us ever linking up, meeting, or speaking to So I think if y'all are going down, if anybody who's listening going down that route, you need to diversify yourself with many different books, white, black, whatever, and to be proficient in that conversation, it takes time. Like y'all might not hear me that much on the channel, but trust me, I'm going to war with everybody in the Pseudo Killas about different things. So, and I'm very confident in a lot of things we talk about, even though I might not say it. But I don't want to rip too much. What's Chevron at? Let's get everybody in this. What y'all got to say? Me and Corey done went. The rest of the Pseudo Killas at? They must be working somewhere. Oh
Pseudo
man,
Killas be at work, man. We be
right.
working, man.
Hell, I just got off myself. I think that conversation they was having on Garfield show was interesting. And Gozy's input is always needed. It's always needed. It's always a breath of fresh air to hear Gozy because we don't really hear him like that, like we once did when he was rocking hard with Unc. So to hear him come on Garfield show and beat people across the head with that information, that's very much needed. Very much needed. The talent, as Unc calls it. Like, we need that type of shit. And we got plenty of brothers with talent. Motherfucking Corey talk about astrophysics and astronomy all the time. Like we go back and forth all the time on different things. So, and when you really look at reality, cosmic evolution, biological evolution, you don't really need any other stories. You don't need to deviate anywhere else. You don't need no superstition or superficial or God or any of that type of thing. Understanding what life is and the reality of what is going on around you is the most important thing, is the most essential thing. You can't ask for anything more. The fact that we can understand how life's transformed once it started, and to be able to understand and to look in the cosmos and see things coming together, it's like, damn, like, why would I ever limit myself to some book wrote 10,000 years ago or something crazy like this, or 2,000 years ago, and think that's the only book that's good and exact? Like, and really ain't nothing about that shit really pertinent to 2020. Maybe some more moral stories or some shit like that, but the actual religion, how relevant is it in 2020 when motherfuckers Israel just sent the motherfucking rocket around the moon, or satellite around the moon last year, a couple of years ago. The real motherfucking Hebrews, the real motherfucking Jews, they sent their whole rocket into space and then brought it back. Like, what the hell? Like, and we up here stuck trying to figure out if we Jews or not. Like, what the fuck? Shit is crazy. Shit is crazy. But go ahead. Somebody else grab the mic. Don't get me rocking. Where you at, Chef?
Hey, no, I'm listening to you rock because they never really hear you rock, and we rock all day. You feel me?
Right, that's a fact.
Right, so I was just letting you do your thing because a lot of people don't know, and it's a good introduction to us. You know, Vance really keep us abreast on a lot of the relevant information, the current scientific information. You know what I mean? Dealing with NASA, and you know what I mean? He stay on like a lot of different stuff, but people don't hear you, so they don't know. and Corey heavy into that too. So, you know, y'all two basically keep us, you know what I mean, in that whole little thing because you can get caught up in looking at ancient history, you feel me, and you'll get to studying that and not realize, like Unc keeps saying, we in the space age. You dig what I'm saying? Like, yo, we in the space age. Like, we're getting left as a community. We're getting left behind. Like, because we think that our glory was behind us. You dig what I'm saying? And most other civilizations are looking to push forward to the future. And we still looking back, you know what I mean? And history, I'm not saying history is not relevant to us. I believe history is definitely relevant to us. But for the most part, we're getting left behind because we deal with history. We think that the glory of our ancient past is greater than our present and our future. And we supposed to be dealing in our present to have a greater impact on our future. But we still, the conscious community only deals with history. That's why we don't understand vaccines and we are against it, because we're not looking at modern science. You know what I mean? We still trying to figure out how the Egyptians built the pyramids. You dig what I'm saying? Now that's like we still trying to figure out how a Stone Age, you know what I mean, civilization going into the Bronze Age, you know, came out of the Stone Age into the Bronze Age and start to develop, you know, structures. That is so primitive to the present, right? Our kids need to be going to school and figuring out, you know, shit that was done 100 years ago, which is almost ancient now. The technology of 100 years ago, right? The technology of 100 years ago was skyscrapers, right? Now that shit is damn near old technology compared to what they're doing now in 2020. And we're talking about the damn pyramids. Like we acting like that shit is baffling now. It's not baffling. Go ahead.
Yeah. And I just wanted to add on to something Van said. You know, science is definitely real. Reality is stranger than fiction. So when you're looking at the cosmos, when you're looking at stars and how stars work, you know what I'm saying, and how gases come together due to gravity, and how when so much gravity comes together, it can bend the fabric of space time. You know, like it really takes you to a place that is almost fictional, but it's reality. It's like as spectacular as a fictional book, but it's for real. You know what I'm saying? So like it's more interesting than a lot of people think. And I suggest, like, when you get into reading some of these heavier books in astrophysics, even in evolution, I suggest that you purchase the audio book to go along with it, because it makes it a lot easier for me to listen to it and then read what I listen to, and then that way I can actually capture and comprehend better what I've read. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to add that on to what Vance was saying, and everybody. But yeah, man, I do appreciate the fact that we are having these discussions with more religious-based people, because it does bring them into a different fold. It gets them to ask different questions. And, you know, sometimes you may not realize it, but people do ponder on some of these subjects that we talk about, and they think about it in their personal time. And, you know, that's my whole goal right there, is to just to have people think about some of the things that they currently believe, or maybe they believe a certain way about a certain thing, like all their life, or they never question certain ways they go about their life, you know. So I just want to put that into the atmosphere, you know what I mean, to asking the questions and then seeking the real answers to it, not
trying to find answers that coincide with the way you already think. You know, I think that's a big issue, and I used to have that problem, and I think it's a lot
100%.
easier today. It's a lot easier today with the internet to find things that already go with the way you think. You know what I mean? And so you got to train yourself to challenge yourself, and that's the real test.
Oh man, you hit it right on the head, Corey. That was perfect. Man, I'm
right
I
here.
don't
Go
want to
ahead,
ramble on.
Vance. Go ahead, Vance.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
No, that was it. Shit, that was all I was gonna say for the moment. That was all I was gonna say for the moment. I thought it was interesting to hear those. They were saying they was gonna have an evolution discussion yesterday on over there at with Jeremiah Judah.
yeah.
That was interesting to hear. And what I had said was just the fact that let's be real. When after hearing that discussion, probably that whole camp don't really rock with evolution. But the fact that they having that conversation, hell, or even scientifically literate, the fact that they having that conversation is huge. Like Corey was like, damn, these religious folk, it's really on their mind. Y'all going back and forth about evolution now, which is I just think it's a testament to the things you've been talking about the last 15, 20 years as far as the science. So that's all.
Yeah, definitely. It's showing that the conversation, as slowly as it is getting pushed forward. You feel me? It's showing the fact that they are starting to have a conversation on evolution and different things of science, like even having Ngozi on to debate Jeremiah Judah on the genetics of the limber and things like that. It shows that the conversation is getting pushed forward. See, in society, either you going, go with science, right? Or you're going to get pushed by science. Either way, you going. You dig what I'm saying? It's no way to get away from it. You dig? Because the world is moving forward. You feel me? So right now, all you see is the conscious community is getting pushed forward. All of these arguments Unc been having, you dig what I'm saying, over the years about it. It seems backbreaking, but it's pushing the community forward. The fact that people who dealing with the Bible now is about to have to start dealing. Come on, Shay, come on now. People are starting to have to deal with science, right? And their audiences having to start to listen to both sides. So, they're going to start trickling off, believe me, slowly but surely. Those people, they're going to see who got the relevant information and what's making sense. So it's all good. Just keep giving out the information and keep pushing the conversation forward. And, we'll eventually get there.
Yeah. I mean, that y'all both make very solid, informative statements with that. And sometimes it takes other people around you to see that. So yeah, that conversation is really generating. And I think it's a certain stage in your development where you done tried everything else, and you done ran out of the pseudoisms, and you done ran out of religious talk, right? That you start to want to have some solid answers to your questions. Like everything just can't be va-va-voom. Everything can't be instant and immediate. We look for instant gratification.
Right.
And the instant gratification is not gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? So, I've been fighting the same way forever. I come with the good solid sources, and I expect people to handle it. I ain't got time to play Mr. Nice Guy in this. I seen how Phil Valentine dealt with Blair, Bobby Hemmett, and just the overall Stinky Inky, Alibaba Muhammad, just the overall pseudo crew came in and actually pushed us back. It pushes away from Dr. Ben, okay? And even the ones that he was raising up and teaching them, I mean, they all stab Dr. Ben in the back. You never see them niggas hold up a Dr. Ben book, yo. You don't. You never see them. And if they do hold it up, they'll just talk about the religious parts that he was talking about. They'll never go to the beginning of the book where he gives you all the fossils and evolution and Charles Darwin, because that's my first understanding of this thing was dealing with Dr. Ben. And Lord knows they never mention Diops. And if they do, it's always on the Egyptian shit. It's never on a scientific thing. And I was wondering, why is they all pushing that down? Why? And then I understood why. It's a taboo in this community not to believe in a God. It's taboo. You know what I'm saying? It's just taboo. So I'm glad that the pseudo killers, we don't have that problem. 8 to 80, blind, crippled, and crazy. You can have a God from a million years or a God for 2 years ago. It's not happening. We want to understand the world through the eyes of science. And we know where the foundation of science is coming from. We ain't got to beat the horn on that. And we know how a role that all humanity have played in science. We ain't got to beat the horn on that. But it's just vital for us to take that leap, that step, and to continue to have the intelligent conversations, man. And I ain't the one to say what you should believe in, what you should not, because I got beliefs. I just don't believe in your God. So don't let people trick you and saying, well, he's a real black atheist, so he's an atheist, he don't believe. Man, I never said I didn't believe. I just simply said I don't believe in your gods. I'm like all humans. I have beliefs and things. I got hopes, aspirations, all that. But that don't mean I gotta listen to your cultural breakdown on how things work when I already understand how things work through science. You know, like through nature. That's how you learn. It's through nature.
Right.
It's just that it's not even that complicated. But we want the va-va-voom, the aha moments. We look for that. And I'm gonna tell you, once you really start to understand science, those moments are there. Like you're like, God damn, like we talked about the trees and the fucking bees. That shit was incredible, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's a serious study right there. The fucking mushrooms, dog. I ain't talking about taking mushrooms to get high. I'm just saying the way that system, you know what I mean? How that chemicals the mushrooms got. You know what I mean? And how that whole network is underground to connect all forces in the world. Like that's fucking crazy to me.
The mycelium.
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
Yeah, the mycelium is serious.
Yeah. Life is mind blowing.
That's the spooky shit. All that shit that they talk about, you already have it in nature. You dig what I'm saying? All of that, the craziest things that you could think about that they take and make it supernatural, nature already have some of those things. You know, it's just crazy how, you know, it's an underground neural network, right? An underground neural network.
Right.
You know
right.
what I mean? That's linking vegetation up together, how vegetation somehow, right? New study is pushing, you know, the damn life forms forward.
Right.
It's crazy. Just the study on how the vegetation or the plants created the bees to help pollinate
that's crazy.
themselves back. That's crazy, man. That shit is mind blowing. It's mind blowing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Out of evolution.
Out of evolution. It's like the goddamn vegetation is thinking, you know what I mean? Thousands of years in advance. You know what I mean? They need a better system to disseminate pollen, right? And it goddamn uses the wasp to create the damn bee and the bee. Oh man,
yeah. The shit is crazy. The shit is crazy. Reality is much stranger than fiction will ever be. We can't make this shit up.
Yeah, so don't let them trick you, y'all. Y'all don't need to. You don't need to make it up. Life is stranger than fiction, man. You know what I'm saying? So you know that. So yeah, man. Hey, put that in the chat room, man. Y'all need to go vote, man. All right, go vote on that debate. They already informed me that the judges took their shit back and said, "Yo."
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of that, since you on here, so his whole thing was the tool thing. The tool thing. He kept screaming about some fucking tools, some tools. It in the stars, right? So the tool thing confused me because whether we find this shit or not, this shit is built. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I'm lost. He lost me with that point. He's losing me with that point. And then he goes on to say that the stars lined up. It always does that. Like, that's a repeated thing, which is true. So is what he's saying is that
that he said the numbers like it happens every 2,000 so years, right? So what was humans doing 2,000 years prior to when Khufu was there? Are you saying that's when it was built? Like that, I feel like you could have kind of narrowed him in a little hole right there, because if you're saying, if we know that it's a repeating cycle and it always happens, are you saying, so at what point in fucking time did a pharaoh erect these pyramids whenever this happened? Are you saying that it's even older than that? Like, so you would have to bring the tools and all that other shit. If you're saying Khufu didn't have the technology at that time, how in the fuck can you say that motherfuckers before him did it? Like, that don't even make sense to me. So if he didn't have the technology in his day, you're gonna tell me that the people before him had it? Like that, he lost me, because you can't push it forward. You can't push that day forward. Like, because the pyramids was already there, right? So we know that it was at a certain point, so you can't push that day forward. So you could only push it back. And if you're saying Khufu didn't have the motherfucking tools, how can anybody prior to him have the tools? That was where he lost me. I don't understand. I feel like it's not a logical argument that he's making. I feel like he's missing steps. Me personally, I don't give a fuck about Kimmy. I'm gonna just put that out there. Don't mean shit to me. I get that nobody's gonna look at the pyramids and be like, oh, that ain't nothing. But for the conscious community, how they look at Kimmy, I don't look at that shit like that at all. It's just another human feat that we did. But as we said, we're in the space age right now. The fucking iPhone is more compelling to me than any of that shit they did 2,000 years ago, 4,000 years ago. Like, what the fuck y'all talking? We going to rocket. We got autonomous rockets. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Like, we have autonomous rockets. Niggas don't even have to control them. They do that shit on their own. Like, artificial intelligence is catching up. What the fuck did they have 2,000 years ago that was so special that we stuck on? That shit, I never understand that. I'll never get that. But I'm done. So, but my point was,
that's facts right there.
What's your response to the whole tools thing and him saying that about the stars? Like, it lined, because we know it lined up when Khufu was there. So is he saying it's fucking older than Khufu? And if your whole point was he didn't have the tools, then how the fuck did that even happen? Like, what? I don't understand. Did the aliens do it? Like, what the fuck are you saying? Like, how pseudo are you? Is what I want to know. But go ahead, my fault.
No, you ain't your fault, man. I like to hear you rock. Yo, people rarely hear you rock because it be late. And
Sorry. Vance was going in.
I'm right. Quiet. Hey, I'm learning right now. Yo, keep going. Come on, man. I ain't trying to
Nah, you ain't telling me I'm good. I was just curious about, as I'm listening to it, I'm like, what the fuck is he saying? What is his point? Like, so you just gonna say nobody fucking had the tools to do it, or what are you saying? Like, I just didn't understand that. I was kind of confused by that shit. So, but nah, go ahead. That was all I wanted to say.
But nah, Unc did try to trap him in the corner during the question round, right? He asked him what time did he believe that the pyramids was built. He wouldn't answer the question. And then
you're right. You absolutely
right. The reason he wouldn't answer the question because he knew if he answers the question, his whole tool argument disappears. You see what I'm saying? Because now you have just said that, oh, it was built before the time of Khufu, and you just made a whole argument saying they didn't have the tools to build it. He knew it was all. It was just a play. You see what I'm saying? What he does is he tries to win the base. It's not really about the truth with him.
Right. I see. That shit was crazy to me.
Hey, yo, Vance, that dude hated me, yo.
No, hey, Sean over there in the bullpen ready to get a nigga, and you ain't even do it. And I know y'all had more to go. I know y'all could have killed him. I knew it, Sean. I already know. What was some of the things that you was gonna bring out on the meta nature? Y'all gonna kind of do that at a different time?
Yeah, if we really want to get into it, we got to deal with like some of the translations. Are they misinterpreted? Are we infusing words right here? But really, the brother couldn't get into the meta nature at all. He left out Khufu. How the hell you bring up some glyphs, right? Well, some J-Shesh on one side and then a translation on another side, and none of that shit got Khufu name on it, yo. They speaking about Khufu to give up life. This is the great Khufu, the pyramid builder. They paying this dude reverence, yo. Why is you not doing that in this? What is he said? So he wanted to go to Medu Neter and say, let's read what the people saying. So to Ankh, based on the people he been around and what he done came up under, anytime somebody say let's go talk about what the people saying, hell, he think he about to pull out a damn primary source and break that shit down. He goes and pump fakes us, man. He pulls up some damn inventory stele, didn't read shit from the this is what y'all gotta realize. He didn't read nothing from the inventory stele. He read an article from Wiki and stopped. He didn't read the rest of the article. He sight read, right? And like Truth Ministries was saying, he do the stuff that he do to win the debate. This is why when I was listening to him in Truth Ministries debate, it was kind of like, and I kind of understood Truth was like limited. You could tell. Like when you got a team Truth, you trap stuff a whole lot faster. And what's happening is in y'all debate, he was throwing out things and he was just talking. And you couldn't trap him on that because you was focused on your actual point. Like, bro, you can't prove that these people are real beings. You see what I'm saying? And he carried that over to Ankh. And Ankh called him out on it. He said, so you telling me that he basically was saying that this stuff was built for Asar or Set, but he don't understand African culture Truth. And all you had to do was call him out on that. Show me in other African systems that are similar to ancient chemists philosophies that they take these deities literally or figuratively. You see what I'm saying? In any other text, you should have asked that in y'all question round because he can't do that. Why he can't do that? Because he don't know what text to go to. He romanticizes Kemet so much that he is a believer of the deities, no different than anybody else. This is why him and Jabari argued that point whether nature were real. And both of them proclaim to be priests. Neither one of them dealing with the Medu Neter. And I really ain't disrespecting Jabari, but Jabari was right on that point. He said it ended with that. Like he can't have a conversation with the dude no more once he realized the dude think that these people that the deities was real.
I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say, but yeah, that's a fact though.
I'm sorry, Truth, because I made him scared. I made him scared, and Ankh, I made him. Y'all know that when I was up there, yo, he was scared, and I wasn't even gonna beat him up like that, yo.
He runs because he doesn't want to be up there to have to answer questions. He don't want to do nothing that he hasn't prepared for.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. A rapid fire type of thing with him wouldn't be his type of thing. That's what I'm getting from. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He manipulates the debate. Like he did that whole title thing with me. Me and him had the conversation.
It's the second time.
I said, "You believe the people with the bird heads were real?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Oh yeah, we can debate on that." You see what I'm saying? Next thing I know is the debates about whether the Kemetics believed they were real. I don't care whether they believed or not. I'm trying to debate whether or not they were.
Right.
Oh, yo, he believed the people with the bird heads was real.
Man, that's what he said.
Yeah. He do.
Y'all crazy.
Hey, that's what we was dealing with. But that's why I said, Truth. I said you did a better job in that debate than they gave you credit for. But he go to reality behind that. Listen to this. Everybody Jeremiah had as a judge is affiliated with Jeremiah. Everybody, meaning they already have a pact. Notice his judges never change. He don't go get people he don't go get qualified people to actually judge it that have no dog in the fight.
Nah, in his defense, I gotta give it to him. He did try to go for Ankh debate. He tried to go get other people to actually judge the debate, but people wasn't available to do it. So he had to go with who he had. As you can see, people fell asleep on the phone.
Man, he just need to do the poll, bro. Let the people weigh the evidence and judge. You don't need no judges. The presentations are the presentations are for a reason, so the people can make a judge. You can make a critical decision, because when you go back, I don't know if you've seen what I did, what we did last night, and then what I replayed today. Truth Ministries, because I don't know if we friends or anything like that on Facebook. But you know,
I
immediately after that show,
I'd watched it too.
immediately after that show, we broke it down as we slowed it all the way down. And that's the problem that he has. Because you remember last time he said, this is the dude who, after my debate, started talking about me and all of that. I didn't talk about him. We slowed his information down, and we put him in places that he couldn't get himself out of. Like, that's the thing with you can't trap him. Like Vance was saying, like earlier, you know, as far as technology today is different than, 3,000 years ago. 3,000 years ago, what ancient chemists, what the Remich was doing was elite stuff, and you pay homage to that. But today, like he said, these cell phones are smart. You know what I'm saying? They got drones. You feel me? They got drones that can carry stuff.
No, but
you feel me? Drop a bomb on you.
Yo, you know what was actually making, and all day they were still arguing this whole point today. How did they split the rocks? Like, that ain't one of the first things people learned how to do. Like, we've been splitting stones.
Yeah, they were Masons, bro.
And they was really having a field day about how the rock was getting split.
Yeah, but what he didn't tell you is that last display that they showed you, they did use the sand and water. They used sand and water, but they didn't use copper tools. You know what I'm saying? That's why if y'all watch our breakdown on it, the after show, it's on Facebook. If you go and you look under my name, Any Herred on Facebook, you're gonna realize that we actually slowed it all the way down. Uncle addressed a couple little things, and then he realized, he's like, hold on, so he ain't reading from the text? You see what I'm saying? Like, he was pumped fake. He did the same thing to you. You remember how he would show a primary source, remove the primary source, and put up somebody else's transliteration and translation. And then he used the word, what did he use the word for that female? He said slut. That word don't even show up nowhere in Metal Nature. The hell is you doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? He did not want to hear that opinion. I think Unc did a good job from a scientific perspective by sticking to his lane. Let me show the science behind it. Let me show the archaeology, and I'm gonna show you the location, and I'm gonna give you some chronology, and we're gonna deal with it like that. But the primary source, they use the same primary source. So here's the thing. They both used the same primary source when they went to the Journal of Myrrh. Now, how is it that in the Journal of Myrrh that we get Khufu reign from 27 years? The pyramids was built during Khufu reign of 27 years. We get that, but we don't get that from dude. He don't say that. They got the same source, but you hearing two misinterpretations of the same data because he disingenuously left that out.
Right.
That killed the whole debate. Listen, I text Unc after dude when I said, Unc, quit playing with this dude, go ahead and end him. Just pull the journal, just pull the logbook out, end it, because the logbook states this was built during Khufu's reign.
What I tell you, what I say I was doing.
Huh?
That's what I'm saying. That's how I know. I don't think the judges was really paying attention.
Hold on for a minute, True. What I say to that, Sean? What I say to you? I'm waiting for the
Oh,
third.
yeah. He said he was waiting the third round.
Yeah, you guys string them out. You was ending the shit too quick for me. I want to string them out.
Yeah, I was, bro. I ain't lying. Look,
yeah,
when he
you get
came up
frustrated. I'm ignoring you with all your Meta Nature shit. I was like, nope, I ain't using it. Nope. Because you take the fun out of it, dog. Like you take the, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to do like Mayweather do. Yo, he play with you the first 3 rounds. You think then he start turning it up on you. Yeah. So my
Vance, this dude was ignoring me, Vance. I'm over here like texting the hell out of him, crazy, emailing him and everything. I'm emailing him shit. I'm texting him, sending him shit. I'm a screenshot, like, man, get this shit over with, man. He playing.
I already know, Sean. I already know.
Yeah,
I was going like you were going crazy, but I was going batshit crazy because my mic was muted.
Nope. And then I learned the lesson, right? Never do what you can't do. Do what you know you can do, right? So I know I hadn't read over the Meta Nature joint right then and there, so I wouldn't have had command like I needed to have. You know what I'm saying? I already knew that I started off slow, you know what I'm saying, on purpose. All right, I knew I started off slow because he changed up the conversation on me. So I ain't want to fight the fact that they changed the whole shit, but I wanted Bay to work through it. And I knew after I got through the first round, his ass was grass, completely grass. You know what I'm saying? So it looked good out there. So, and then I knew that we was gonna have to do like we do. We're gonna go back and critique all that shit, because that's just what we do, to show you that he's just ridiculous. That's there you go right there. That's some right there, right behind y'all. Ain't that? Yes. Maybe you can't even see that. See, y'all crazy, bro. So my point was, you was giving me the meta lecture, but the source you gave me on, what was it called? What's the name of it?
Inventory.
Sean? Right, that was it. His whole premise was based off of that. And once I broke out the book that showed it was pseudoscience, and how people who think the pyramids are 10,000 years old, based off of them watch this, y'all. They try to line the pyramids up at with the stars at about 10,500, right? Which they do. Here's the problem. My whole thing was to show you the progression, right? I talked about the glacial stage. You're not building a structure that costs money to build in the damn ice age. Nobody has money coming out of the ice age, y'all. I hope y'all understand that geological events slow down human progress, y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you think you're building a superstructure like that, before you got burial rights, before you got, right? Like the pyramid shows that these dudes had an understanding of physics. The pyramid showed that these dudes had a command of engineering. That they had a scientific, mathematical, they understand geometry, they understand geologically where to place shit at. Then watch this, the most important thing, where black people fall off at is the, what you want to call, what they call it, like if you go on a war, right? You gotta have, what do they call it? You gotta be able to get products and goods. Okay, this is what Ben work at. You need to be able to move products, goods, and troops. It's a word for that, right? You need to be able to do this accurately. Okay, in the 10 tanks right there. Okay, they over this battlefield.
Talking about the logistics.
Logistics. But you gotta have a certain level of right. To that level, you gotta have writing. You're gonna need plans, land surveys. Remember, she's a surveyor. She does the pulling of the rope ceremony. She's the word where science comes from. See, it's Tahuti's wife, right? They're showing you that surveying where they, remember every time the Nile would flood, y'all, right? The daggone lines would get rubbed out and you had to resurvey the land again. This is where we get Thales. Thales traveled to Egypt and he learned surveying. Well, you got to know math to do that. See, but this is the level that we fight to get, y'all. So she surveyed, you got, this not, whenever you go outside and see a building project and y'all catch them early, you will see them guys with little tripods. They're surveying the goddamn land, y'all.
And the interstate too, because they building bridge. What Corey doing?
Facts.
Exactly.
There is no way around that, y'all. This nigga got people doing shit before they even know how to do shit. You got this nigga burying people before they even care about burn. First, you got to throw somebody in the damn dirt, y'all. No, first you got to do like the Let me tell you where the Hebrews was at. This is how you can tell where you at in your civilization. The Hebrews were simply throwing their bodies outside, letting the birds eat on them, pick the bones off of them. A lot of you not, y'all. They call alabasters. These little things. They look like birds, and they made out of clay. And you let the body sit out there, and they literally pick the bones off of it, the meat. Okay, once the bones is cleared out, then they break the bones of their ancestors and they put them in these fucking boxes, yo. They have not reached the level of wanting to bury somebody yet. They have not gotten there yet. Even the Vikings, they burned everybody to death. When you did, we're gonna bury that. That was they didn't bury. But in Africa, they buried people. Not to mention, Sean mentioned it. The mummy I showed was actually a mummy that was mummified by the natural world that they lived in, that the heat and the dryness of the desert will mummify your motherfucking ass. That's how they was mummifying first. You feel me? And then you got to do that, and you got to throw somebody in the dirt, dig a hole, and throw the dirt over, and you see the mound. And then you create your stories about mounds and the premortal mound and how we come out of the premortal mound and all that. That's where the mound shit come from. That's where the pyramids come from. You got to bury a person throw some shit in the grave with him, like some important pots, like that expensive ass Nubian pottery that most people don't know, like the black line pottery with the black rim. That's wares, y'all. See, I studied that too. And I know that's richness right there. You know, like you got some Gucci in your house, some Gucci plates. That means you got some bread. So you got them Nubian pottery in your grave, nigga, you slick and you got some bread. And you got to throw dirt on that and the mound will start to form. Right? And because they had their presentation of going to the underworld, going to the reeds, which was in Egypt. You feel me? Let me take my goods, because when I die, I'm gonna come back and I want all my shit when I come back. That's their belief. But the burial practices come out of their religion, they believe. But it's a mound. And then as you get more bread, you go from a mound and say, hey man, I got some money. Let me put a superstructure over that. Over that pit. Oh, let me kind of mud brick that pit out a little bit. Mastaba. Wait a minute, man. I got more money. You know how black people do. Wait a minute, son. I'm gonna take the mastaba and make a big giant mastaba. Oh, nigga, I got more bread. I'm gonna take a mastaba and I'm gonna pile it on. Oh shit. So now you're on 2 steps. Mud brick. I want it higher. The mud brick can't hold higher. It fall down. Wait a minute. Let's start carving stone. Let's learn. Let's work with stone. We know they work with stone because they got the obelisks all around. Who in the hell cut the obelisks, y'all? So you mean to tell me you can cut them big giant obelisks, but you can't cut stone? Our obelisk is made out of stone. But wait a minute. So now you got 2 mastabas piled on, and you use the stone, right? And then you pile it on. Oh, and then you get your first ziggurat. Your first ziggurat wasn't made by Zosa because the first ziggurat failed. Then you get the first completion of the ziggurat. Then you say, but wait a minute, I got more money than you. I'm gonna take the ziggurat and I'm gonna add some shit around it and make a smooth pyramid. Oh, they make the big pyramid, you fail. Technology is about succeeding and failing over generations of human beings being able to even transmit that information, y'all. You need written documentation to even pass that shit on. You not just stand there and say, yo, I remember when, we put the block over here, you put the block, I remember that shit. They gonna say, no, that ain't what it was. I remember putting up that, and you're gonna argue what you remember. But once you can put your ideas in writing, now you got something cooking. Then you see shit take off. You have the administration in place now. You got bread, you got farming 8,000, 11,000 on the now. I'll beat anybody up on there who want to talk that farming shit to me. You want to talk farming, I got you. You want to talk about people inhabiting now at 300,000 years, I got you. Don't play with me with that. But let's get back to having the money, you know what I'm saying, to be able to pay for workforce. So you fail with the big pyramid, you get that straight. Then you get to the red pyramid. Then you get to the Khufu pyramid, y'all. I showed the progression all the way to that point, and now we got bread. Each stage costs bread, costs money. Now you got money. You can grandstand for 27 years and pay for the workforce for 27 years. You go back to some of the old building shit. I'm gonna build it right here where the rock quarry is already at. He lied. The nigga say it was 600 miles away. No, it was right behind the damn pyramids. He lied. You can't lie and win no debate against me. That's why we're gonna pick that shit apart just for lying. If you'd have took your whipping like you were supposed to, I'd have left it on. Now I'm gonna take every piece of that. All your men in that shit, you're gone. You can expose all that. He did that to himself. He did that, not me. He's supposed to take it like a man. I don't want to talk like that, man. I just start getting me hot again. I don't want to get hot. I don't want to get hot.
Hey, yo, so you said Khufu, what date did he say the pyramids was built, bro? Like, I'm curious.
Man, the nigga don't know. How you don't know? Talk to me.
That was the craziest part. The nigga was saying, I don't know, in a roundabout way. Like, that was crazy to me.
But where I think you should try to elaborate is when he said it was reconstructed. He did say it was reconstructed. So if he said it was reconstructed, therefore it was built prior. You know what I mean? You could have.
Okay, Sean just said it. Sean gave you the source. That's when the lie come in, y'all. He takes the lie. What's the lie? That they was reconstructing the pyramid. How in the hell can you reconstruct the Empire State Building if you don't know how the Empire State Building is built? It's going to fall down, y'all. You can't reconstruct and add on to the Empire State Building with a bunch of bumbling idiots. You have to understand the Empire State Building. You have to understand the structure and the force on building material to add to anything, y'all. I want y'all to, let me say this real slow. Before you can actually add to a technically sound 7 wonder of the world, the first skyscraper in the history of fucking humanity, you have to understand how that thing was built, or else you will add shit and it will all fall down on your stupid ass. They do not understand science and technology, so they do not understand anything. Simple as that. So he lied. The document he showed never talked about what we was adding on to it. No, the document clearly states we were finishing off the pyramid. The daggone harbor was built during the whole reign. They used the harbor the whole time during the reign of Khufu. So I had an idiot judge that made the crazy statement, and yes, he's an idiot. He said, well, you don't got the proprietors to say when they started. I said, nigga, but we got the proprietors to say when they was finishing it, though. And listen, y'all, in archaeology, you don't just go start digging up shit and find everything. You do not look, when the Empire building fell down, y'all, and remember it fell down? If you was to do an arc, they did digs there to figure out what happened to it. You wasn't finding the fucking crane that they used to build the motherfucker. You wasn't finding a wrench. You wasn't finding none of that at the Empire State Building. But why not? Because why do you keep the tools right there? For what? The project is finished, right? My $1 million pyramid is finished. Take them tools and go where y'all gonna go. This is my resting place. They act like they left all the tools. Let me leave the tools there so Billy and them 500 years from now will know that y'all built that. Come on, man.
They left the tools.
Everybody, when they done, they just throw their hands on the ground, walked away like we done. Right.
Oh man, we're gonna get into these vaccines. What time is it? Let me throw this for y'all. Let me
How you gonna argue against Khufu though, but don't even have a date though? That's insane. You got to at least deposit a date to argue against another date. You got to have a. It's crazy.
You gotta have a date to have a date, yo. You can't
Because
tell me
he claimed it was done 10,000 years ago, and then he backed up off of it when he realized he would be exposed for the things that he said. But what y'all don't know is whatever back chat they in, Samaya exposed the back chat because she simply put him on trial during the thing when it came her turn. She said it. She said, well, he been back there saying it was built before Khufu, and then he saying they came and remodeled it. He changed the position during the debate, before the debate, 2 weeks ago, at the end of the debate, and probably right now in the back chat, because he's not scholarly sound in what he think that he is. He's selling people who follow him a belief. He don't study. He don't study Kemet. He believes in Kemet.
And because
it's a big
the
difference.
Hebrews don't know Kemet, the Hebrews don't understand Kemet. They just believe him because they think he's so scholarly on the subject. And it's the
So
most
y'all see the
craziest
screen,
thing I've
right?
ever seen in my life.
Y'all see the screen, right? Can y'all see the screen?
Yeah.
So here's the source I used. I went to the Journal of Nature. It is customary if a person pulls out the Journal of Nature to establish the date of when the pyramid was built. You cannot let me get away with this. You have to challenge this with another scientific journal. You can't just let that fly and act like I didn't just do that. We had ignorant judges, not all of them, but ignorant judges, heard the word carbon dating, didn't know what I was talking about when I mentioned carbon dating, and act like I didn't know that carbon dating ain't 100% accurate. First of all, ain't nothing 100% accurate. So watch me read this source again for the crazy judges that might be sneaking in here. Watch this. This is the Journal of Nature, published the 16th of November, 2000. It says, watch this. This is the abstract by Kate Spencer. Okay, she's an archaeologist, geologist, whatever. All right, she's serious at what she do at Cambridge University. All right, watch this. It says the ancient Egyptians' pyramids at Giza have never been accurately dated, although we know that they were built approximately around the middle of the 3rd millennium BCE. It says the chronologies of these periods have been reconstructed from the surviving list of the kings and the lengths of their reigns. But the lists are rare. You hear that? Because it's called archaeology. You got to find stuff. Seldom complete and contain known inconsistencies and errors. As a result, the existing chronologies for the pyramid, the Old Kingdom, can be considered accurate only to about 100 years. So at least they within 100 years, y'all. But watch this. This is with the carbon dating, right? Years. It says a figure that radiocarbon dating cannot at present improve. So they heard the word carbon dating, what it couldn't do, and didn't hear the way I really said it. It say here, so they wasn't using carbon dating. Y'all watch this. Here, I used trends in the orientation of the Old Kingdom pyramids to demonstrate that the Egyptians aligned them to north by using the, what is this word? The simultaneous, am I saying it right? Transit? Simultaneous transit of 2 circumpolar stars, modeling the precession of these stars, listen, y'all, yields a date for the start of construction of the Great Pyramid that is accurate to plus 5 years, thereby providing an anchor for the Old Kingdom chronologies. Simple as that. As a debater, you have to come back and challenge this because I just showed you when these pyramids was constructed at the start of them. And I used the heavenly bodies in the sky, the same things that the Nubians was famous for, that the Egyptians later on borrowed. I just checkmated you. And the only way to get out of checkmate is to get this right here. This was my first round. And then in the second round, I did a little easier read. Right? I went to Scientific America, the dating of Giza's pyramid, and everybody act like I didn't. You can go back and listen to the show, the judges say, well, you didn't prove when they was built. I proved the start of the damn construction. Now, if it was either that time period or it was 10,000 years ago, 10,500 or 1,100, when you ain't even got the technology to do what you think you're going to do. This is why he clearly got beat the hell up. Okay? I ain't even gonna read the second one because the second one was an easier read. I probably should have started with this. Okay? This is simply the same lady, they breaking it down. So in certain scientific magazines, they will take this, right? And the magazine will spell it out for you in this. So I suggest everybody start with this. I like reading both. I like to read the actual homework. This is the primary. You'll hear Sean and them say about the primary. This is the primary right here. This is what the person used. After they did their findings, they publish it in these magazines, in these journals. They either accept it or they don't. It's called a peer-reviewed journal. It's called the Journal of Damn Nature, y'all. Okay? This right here is called Scientific America. This is not a journal, but they use the Nature. They use this journal to do this. Let me just do it real quick. It say, for some time, scholars have known that the heavens must have guided the ancient Egyptians. We know that in constructing Giza's remarkable pyramids. The Khufu Cheops pyramid, in particular, is so accurately aligned, its western and eastern sides deviate from true north by an average of 3 scant arc minutes. That only astronomical points of reference could have allowed such precision. Let me read it again. Its western and eastern sides deviate from true north by an average of 3 scant arc minutes. That only astronomical points of reference could have allowed such precision. That said, scientists have long debated just what those references were, A paper in today's issue of Nature, though, seems to settle the matter once and for all. Yeah, the pseudo did at this point, but they still fighting. Kate Spence, an Egyptologist at the University of Cambridge, shows how the motion of a pair of bright stars can explain the layout of all 8 pyramids near Cairo. Did I not answer the debate question, y'all? Of course I did. What's more, the theory makes it possible to say within 5 years exactly when the tombs were erected, and thus to refine existing timelines for then their occupants reigned. Previous studies indicate, let me see how much is this. I don't want to read all that. Nope. You know what? I'm gonna make y'all go get this and look this up. I don't want to finish that because it gets into it and it gives you the date and all that. I want you to have some fun. It actually gives the stars. Look, the day was aligned to. There is no getting by this. The earliest one's point. They talking about the stars, right? Points slightly east, northwest, as the latest one points slightly west. These angles she found could be justified by the pyramid builders relied on. Here's the stars they relied on, y'all. This I searched the ancestors was Kohab, B Uranus Minus, and the Little Dipper, and Mizar. Hold on. Z Uranus Majoris, and the Big Dipper to orientate the structure's square bases. Come on, man. Look, man. All right, yo. You say that I lost shit if you want to. All right, y'all can act like that. Act like I didn't just show that when I showed you when the construction of the damn pyramids. How in the hell do a person looking at that tell me that I didn't show when the pyramids first started getting constructed? How do you look at that and say that? I don't know, man. Look, let me just caught up, man. I get mad a little bit. I ain't supposed to get mad. The people just don't understand, man. That's all it is. The people just don't understand. That's all it's got to be. They just don't understand. I mean, they just don't.
They wanted the month. They wanted to know what month and what day.
Oh.
Yeah, August 7th, 3500 BC, man. That's when it started.
12 o'clock noon, nigga. Johnny left his tool bag around the corner at the straw house. Oh, man. Let me, here, man, I'm going to put this GoFundMe. Not no damn GoFundMe, man. Y'all killed me. Sister CK killed my GoFundMe. I'm going to make one, though. I ain't listening to CK, yo. She tripping. Stop making up shit. Oh, you can get this free, really? Still looking for the free stuff there, CK. Still looking for the free mic and all that, CK. Funny. Yeah, man. So, man, look, everybody got some sense knowing the start of the pyramids was. Okay?
Yeah, but he got to have a date, though. It's like, if he's challenging you, then he got to have a date to challenge your date.
No,
And then demonstrate how his date is more reliable than the date you provide.
Man, he got to beat that shit up. He got to beat that up.
He did have a date. He agreed with Unc. He was like 50 years difference. Like that he did actually say a date. It
when?
was like 20 on there. He said, yeah, it was weird as hell. He was like 2400. He was like 2400 BC or some shit like that. And then in the next breath says Khufu didn't have the tools to build it and all this other shit. It wasn't as sharp as Jeremiah and them think. Like, really think about what he was saying. Like, yeah, he gave a date. Go back and listen.
A date? So who's the king?
Y'all, I'm sitting here listening to y'all talk, and I'm thinking, like, yo, this motherfucker really has some weird shit going on. I don't know what I don't know.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Do you see the guy in the chat room? Robert Anthony? That would only make sense if the Egyptians really did build it to the stars. Can you prove it? Can you prove that? Man, shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up, yo. Just shut up, man. And I don't mean to be smart. And I know I got a smart mouth, but you just gotta shut up, yo. I just showed you what they just did. Here is the source to show you. Man, you don't listen, man. Can somebody just tell this guy right here that you don't get lucky in the line your shit to the stars? Can anybody help me out with that? Corey, Sheffrin, I see you talking. Lamb King Sosa Vance. Can anybody please tell this guy? He's almost a pseudo ignoramus, and he probably not even that. But you just got me, shorty. So it might be friendly fire I'm getting you with, but I just want to let you know that this source I just showed you, clearly you don't get lucky in the line shit with stars. If I'm tripping, y'all, I am so advanced. Am I tripping? If I'm tripping, tell me I'm tripping. Tell me you can get lucky with tons of massive stone and that should fall like that. Am I tripping or what?
Build it on the dime, huh? Hell no, man. It's gotta be crazy as hell to even think some shit like that, man. Come on, man.
Right. No, you killed them, huh? You gave him.
Dude don't want to hop on here.
You in the peanut gallery right now. They getting you off your square.
Is it me?
No.
Come on, people in the, hold on, wait. It's a disconnect. Maybe when I get to rock and I get to talking Japanese or something, that has to be it. You know what I'm saying? Like, did this guy, dog, where you at, bro? Rock, where you at, man? Come on, dude. Do you not understand? I just gave you something in the Journal of Nature, yo. And it, like you don't get lucky with 10 tons of fucking. Wait a minute. Are we serious right now? Yo, wait. Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all something. Watch this. Look, I'm gonna show you something, yo. Look, when I do this, do y'all see that? Y'all see my screen? Is that my screen saver?
Yeah,
y'all see that, right?
Yeah.
Man, right there, yo. That's one of the oldest joints where they're lining them stones up to star points, yo. Like,
right, exactly.
This didn't start in Egypt, y'all. This is
lucky
like 6,000 years ago,
lucky
bro.
again.
It took 6,000 years to get you to the point where they could do that like that, y'all. They didn't dive out of that guy wants y'all to believe they dove out of nowhere and built the big ass pyramid and line this shit. Here you go.
What happened was they threw the damn stones up and they just fell like that. That's what happened.
Yo, he really asked me that. You know what, bro? I'm thinking you just didn't understand. Yo, I take all that back, yo. Look at him. He said that's speculation.
Then what's his conclusion? What's his hypothesis? If that's speculation, then what's your hypothesis regarding when the pyramids and who built the pyramids, Robert? Because it clearly says during the reign of Khufu the pyramids was built. On Murray's primary source.
He's saying they ain't built them a line with a star. They just threw that thing up there and then lo and behold, like, oh shit, we nailed it.
No. They were, listen, the Remish were astrologers. They were big on looking at the natural world because it helped them resolve their natural world. There were questions and answers that they needed in order for them to survive. They were big on aligning things, man. You can just go and look at all you can go and look at all their underworld texts, bro. What the heck they talking about? And every scene dang near in the underworld, you hear them talking about the sky and stars, and they got all that in the metal nature. They entrenched in that.
Hey, Sean, how long ago was that? Like 3,000 years ago?
3,500.
3,500 years ago.
4,000 somewhere. Yeah. Well, I don't know what modern day, but yeah, let's just go with that.
So 4,000 years ago.
They was pulling the Corey on us.
At that time, you don't have the light pollution or the pollution in general. Plus, it ain't nothing else to look at but the stars at nighttime. Like, you ain't turning on the TV and watching a late night show or nothing like that. So,
no pollution, Corey.
We're gonna look at the stars and try to mimic the way the star patterns like that would have been like one of the most prevalent things at night is to be looking at the stars. So why wouldn't they try to align some of their greatest works with the stars? It only makes
There's no pollution, Corey. There's no lights. There's no lights, bro. There's no glare. It's crystal clear, right? If you've ever been in a crystal clear sky at night with no lights deep in the woods somewhere, it's like you can damn near reach out and touch the stars, dog. Okay, let me read this. Organization. We talking about Napata. I always say it wrong. Player. Napata player.
Not
Not the player. Dang, don't hate the player. Let me stop. It says, watch this, y'all. Archaeological discoveries reveal that these prehistoric peoples led livelihoods seemingly at a higher level of organization than their contemporaries who lived closer to the Nile. The people at Nabata Playa had above ground and below ground stone construction villages. Are you listening to this? It's a designed and pre-planned arrangements. Okay, a deep and deep wells that held water throughout the year. Findings also indicate that the region had occupied only seasonally, most likely only in the summer periods when the local lake filled with water for grazing cattle. Okay, comparative research indicate that the indigenous inhabitants may have a significantly more advanced knowledge of, here you go, astronomy and mathematics than previously thought possible. These are not the Egyptians. These are the straight niggers. Niggers, straight that. Don't play me with the mixing with the Asiat. No. This predates.
I'm going crazy. You funny as hell, huh?
Because people don't want to talk. They don't want to really like.
Who was it, Unc? Who was it, Unc?
The straight niggas.
Unc. Let me give you some pushback on that.
Go ahead, Chef.
Now, and we talk about this all the time. This is a part of our Lord chat. Now, you saying that they were straight, what you call it, sub-Saharan Africans. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that these dudes, I'm gonna find it. It's on here somewhere. Keep
so
talking.
Where did they get their cattle from?
I don't know. The motherfuckers could have got.
What year is that?
They could have got.
What year is that?
6,000. I don't know. Hold
7,000 BC.
They could have traded cattle, right?
Right. They
They
could have
might have
traded
brought
cattle.
that shit in. You know.
So okay, they could have traded cattle and their the different grains. If you go back up, the legumes, the millet, and the sorghum. Right.
Yeah.
Now
Right
you gotta see where those things were first farmed at. Now they could have been traded from the Middle East, just like the cattle, right? But we know that African cattle, right? The large majority of them was brought in from Asia, and they made it with indigenous cattle,
sheep,
right? And the indigenous cattle, right? But it was they were first domesticated in the Middle East. So we know that those Middle Eastern people was there, whether they got all their cattle from trading, you know what I mean? We know the argument will be, well, the Middle Eastern people was there because we see their livestock and their technology, right, already there in those places right there. So what y'all say about that?
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Right, that's next level thinking, Chef. I like that. I appreciate that. Just take it a step further.
Because I never thought that anybody lived in a vacuum. And I never thought anybody didn't trade with other people. I never thought you weren't gonna get some foreign nookie. I never thought that wasn't there. I'm just basically saying the base population. I'm trying to find this right on here. If I could just get a minute, if I can find that, it's gonna take you straight to
they had cattle in Africa though, like what? Shit. I think they were drinking milk like 10,000, somewhere 10,000 BC, somewhere around there.
Yeah,
Who was? Who was drinking? What Africans were drinking milk 10,000 BC?
The people that had the cattle
I think
in
that's
Africa,
about 10,000 BC. Yeah, right.
in Africa, drinking
Yeah,
milk.
yeah. Trust me, that's when. They
Oh
drinking
yeah,
milk
that
about 10,000.
King Sosa
Yeah,
that we
trust me.
had a fucking argument
Yeah,
over lactose and all that shit.
And I've been through the milk rabbit hole, bro. Like,
Right.
yeah,
You said you've been through the milk rabbit hole, yo.
milk rabbit hole, bro.
Hey,
You know
pull
what I'm
that up, Chef. Pull up what I just put in the back chat.
saying? Learn about them Europeans.
I
You know
think
what I'm
this
saying?
might
Learn
be
about
what
the
you're trying to use too, Chef. But I just put some in the back.
Hey, yo, y'all see, whenever they talk about this, look, the most recent during interglacial and early last glacial periods, which stretched between 130 to 70,000 years ago. During the time this era was savanna and supported numerous animals such as extinct buffalo and large giraffes. Antelope, gazelles, beginning around 10,000 BCE, this region of Nubia began to receive more rainfall, filling lakes. Okay, early people may have been attracted to the region due to the source of water. Damn, man, there's a link on here to take you to the fucking people, though. Damn. Christopher Eric suggests that the people who occupy, here you go. All right. Archaeological findings may indicate human occupation in the region dating to at least somewhere around 10th and 8th millennium BCE. Fred Wendorf, you got to say Wendorf, right? The site's discoverer and ethnolinguist Christopher Eric have suggested that the people who occupied this region at the time were early pastoralists, or like the Semai, practiced semi-pastoralists, although this is disputed by other sources because the cattle remains found at Napata have been shown to be a morphologically wild in several studies in nearby Saharan sites such as Afard in Libya, where pinning wild Barbary sheep and animals that was never domesticated. The people of that time consumed and stored wild sorghum, and that's coming straight from Africa. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And used ceramics adorned by complicated patterns. Watch this, patterns created perhaps by using, watch this, comb made from fish bones and which belong to general pottery tradition strongly associated with southern parts of the Sahara. The Khartoum, Neolithic, and varieties contemporary sites in Chad, god damn, of, let's see, the period, an analyst of human remains by Fred Wendorf are reported in the Holocene. You gotta know that. Holocene are settlements of Egyptian Sahara, right? Based on astrological data suggests a Saharan, watch this, a sub-Saharan origin of the site's inhabitants. A dental and skeleton analysis by Jody Irish also suggests a mainly, here you go, mainly sub-Saharan African affinity and origin of, here you go, Napata player inhabitants, the niggers. Like I said, some researchers, include Christopher Eric, has suggested the Nilo-Saharan linguistic affinity for Nabata people. Let's see what this source is. Let's see. Holocene settlement in Egyptian Sahara. Y'all need to read that. Archaeology of Napata player. Y'all need to get that and read that. Let's see what this is. Researchers, let's see. So they studying remains. They're doing all that. Here you go. Skeleton remains from 3 Napata player sites. All right, this is how we chase the source. This is when we leave Wiki and we start reading up on the sources. Here y'all go. I ain't reading all that right now, but I just want to let you know that's how you get down. All right.
No, and but hey, look, what you did, that was good. You actually then got to what I was saying. You actually debunked what I was saying.
Yep.
Look,
I'm gonna let you live for a little bit.
No, go ahead and kill it, because those are, look, you got to get all of that shit out. You dig what I'm saying? That's good, Because what I'm reading, it was saying, right, that now what you just read said that at that time they was eating wild sorghum, and that the sheep and stuff that they were eating was wild. I was talking about the domesticated.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Right. The domesticated livestock that came into Africa was brought in from the Middle East. Those domesticated plants and stuff that they grew on and out, those crops, that came from the Middle East. So what I'm saying is, even though you had people, you know, in Africa who was eating all of these things wild and different things, hunting, you know what I mean, hunter-gatherers, small civil, you know what I mean? What about the people who brought, we don't know what color they was, but we know that Asians was in North Africa very early.
Yeah, we know what color they was. They in North Africa, they got like the brown skin.
Yeah, but we know they was there. Like with a lot of us. So when you read those different studies of the genes and all of that, and they be talking about Ramses had genetic affinities, the people in Anatolia and different things, it'll mess you up. You dig what I'm saying? So now we gotta explain that those people was in North Africa 10, 12,000 years, you know what I mean, ago. We lead people to believe that it was just Africans, sub-Saharan Africans, all throughout Africa, and North Africa always been a spot of confluence. When different shit was drying up and shit in the Middle East, those people was pouring into Africa. It wasn't no barriers. It wasn't no borders at that time. People ain't know that they was leaving Asia and entering into Africa. The same way Africans didn't know that they was, at that time, didn't know that they was leaving a place called Africa, going into, you see what I'm saying? They was moving with livestock and hunting and, you know what I mean, looking for more arable land. So, you know what I mean? But the point is that Asians was in North Africa and in the
20,000 years ago, brother.
Exactly.
Yeah, we ain't gonna, yeah, we're gonna keep it a buck.
Yeah,
like,
keep that a buck. So those people was always mixing.
Yeah, and they ain't even know that they had different DNA. How about that?
Exactly. You know what I mean?
But
they was always mixing. You know what I mean?
But once they lay down, once they lay down that crop, don't start farming, they start marking off territories. You ain't just gonna just come
Definitely.
with a whole squad.
Yeah, that's later on.
Yeah, they start walling off.
Yes, of course.
So that's like 10, 11,000 BC with Neolithic period. They start farming about 10,000 or so. You feel me? They gonna start walling off areas. You ain't just finna just be
They
coming.
start fighting against the herders and the farmers. The same story you see where Cain and Abel. Cain and Abel was a fight between a farmer and a pastoralist.
But if you look at it, if you look at the article on the Black Mummy, right?
The Libyan mummy? Which one? The Libyan mummy?
Yeah, that's the oldest mummified joint. Absolutely.
Yeah. It talks about those two cultures, the Asiatics, you dig what I'm saying, meeting with the blacks of the West Sahara. And they built, you know what I mean, a culture in the West Sahara, right? So before the Sahara had completely dried up, you already had Asiatics and Africans, right, mixing in the West Sahara. So when it dried up, those people who already mixed had started to move towards the Nile. You had already explained that how the people was all in the West Sahara and started to move, but they don't understand that the people who was in the West Sahara was a mixture of Asiatics and Africans.
Facts. So I got this last question I want to answer, right? And I'm gonna do it like this. The question in the chat room was like, how do we know they was brown-skinned people, right? That's an excellent question for today's discussion, right? We ain't even get the vaccines. We always do that shit. Y'all be doing
Hey, Sean, that was a good article in the back chat too.
Yeah, share it with the family, yo. Put it in y'all pseudo killer folders. Around here, we got folders, y'all. Put that in your pseudo killers folders. Market your pseudo killer folder. All right. So I wanna end with this. The question in the chat room was, how do we know what color they was? All right, this is how the hell we know what color they was. What I will do is I will share my screen and show you how we know. We will use science to determine how we know what they look like. This is called the indigenous skin map. Okay, let me share the screen because the Ravens get ready to play, Chef. They got to win tonight, bro. Ain't no in between, ain't no halfway, partly gonna win. No, they got to do their thing today.
Right.
Simple as that. So here we go. Here we go. So let me get this. All right, this is called source. Hold on. This is the indigenous skin map. Okay. George Chaplin, referenced above map, is that skin coloration in indigenous people is strongly related to the level of ultraviolet radiation. And this is how the people looked before 2,500 years ago, y'all. Yeah, man, here you go. So anybody in this earth, oh man, there we go. So here you go. Anybody in this area here, this is North Africa, y'all. That's the Red Sea. This is North Africa. You see that brown? See that brown and that brown? See that? Even the people living in the Middle East was brown all the way around. Look, even in Mesoamerica, y'all see what Mesoamerica is, y'all? Look, they're brown-skinned people. They're even dark on the edges of South America.
Yeah, Brazil,
Right?
when the Spaniards land, you see all that black where them Brazilians land. What I'm saying, when the
Yep.
Spaniards came in Portuguese.
Yep. So
Yeah, that's
anybody catching
Chile.
the boat, anybody catching the boat from here, talking about they want to find some people, you know what I'm saying? They land somewhere in these islands, yo. They brown people. So they thinking they looking at African motherfuckers anyway, right? They ain't even get to the Americans and they think they finding dark-skinned people, yo, brown-skinned people. Okay? They coming from here, my fault. They coming from here sailing. They get to the Americas. So suppose they come and float this area, right? Come in these islands, right? All these is brown-skinned people, yo. So they used to seeing these brown-skinned people over here. So what you think they're gonna do when they get here? They using the eyeball test too. Now let me explain this before I get out of here. Here you go. Anthropology, skin color. Here you go. This is broken down. The Academy research by Nina Jabrowski. Type her name in and put everything she writes on skin, read it. Okay, she has a book called Skin Color. Excellent book, you can get it for $5. Skin Color. Nina Dabrowski and George Chaplin, that's her husband, combined the clinical satellite data to produce this map. The colors reflect the degree of ultraviolet radiation in different latitudes. Background patterns illustrate 3 zones of human skin tones, y'all. Okay, first of all, the reason you have the colored skin you have is to protect you from this map right here, the ultraviolet rays. This map is showing the ultraviolet rays. This map is showing the skin color. Skin color is derived from the trying to protect yourself from these harmful ultraviolet rays right here. Okay, goes on to say, the colors reflect the degree of ultraviolet radiation and different latitudes. Okay, background patterns illustrate 3 zones of skin tones. For you to study where you come from and understand who you are, you have to understand geology. Okay, astronomy, the sun. You have to have a basic working knowledge of science to get your real history, or you can get tricked in pseudoism. So zone one contains tropical peoples with the darkest skin color. Where is zone 1, y'all? Here you go. It's right here on your map. Zone 1, right here. What is this? What latitude we at? We're on the damn equator. The majority of Africa is in the equator. Down here in Southern Africa, it's zone 2. That's why the Khoisan have lighter skin. Because they're in zone. That's why up here, you Egyptians, right? They're in north, the northern Egyptians, they're gonna have lighter skin than your Sudanic Egyptians, y'all. Mesoamerica is in zone 1. You're gonna get the Olmecs, the Incas, the Mayans. They're gonna have brown to dark skin. They're gonna worship the cocoa god. Look it up. All right, Australia, look at this. This is in zone 1, all these islands, India, dark-skinned people. That don't mean they're African, because you gotta walk and leave out of here and you gotta travel through different zones. Over time, evolution affects human beings. Zone 2, what's zone 2? It says, The skin of people native to zone 2 possess the most potential for growing lighter or darker seasonally. Zone 2. So when they came over to America, these in these areas, and depending on whether it's summer, winter, spring, or fall, these people's skin complexions will change. So everybody living in zone 2, skin tone will darken up or lighten up seasonally. If you ever see me in the summertime, I'm darker. If you see me in the wintertime, I lighten up. Okay, zone 2. Look at zone 2. These people can change skin color seasonally. Here it go. Zone 3. Zone 3, natives have paler skin to make up for lower levels of sunlight. Bam, bam. They're located in the northern region of the planet. The northern region of the planet in zone 3 have less UVA rays. So if you go to zone 3, coming from zone 1, migrating out of 60,000 years ago, end up somewhere in zone 3, right? More people that are lighter will have more babies. So over time, the population grows lighter based off of understanding biological human evolution. And I'm done. If you ain't got that, we can go back and run it again, y'all. Anybody got any closing thoughts? Because them damn ravens about to get it at me. I hope that answered the question of how we know what skin color it was. That's how we know what kind of color, because we use science to determine that. When did they become native? All right, man, you just crazy now, yo. I answered one question, you throw something.
That was a setup question.
Hold on, what's your name? Cujo Akinis Battle. When did they become native? I don't know, dog. I don't know, y'all. Yo said that was unnecessary. All right, man. I'm an unnecessary dude. You ain't been watching me long enough to know y'all get unnecessary sometimes. It don't. See, y'all hear what he's saying? He said, that tells us what color they are now. No, bro, that tells us what color they was at 2,500 years ago. I told you what it was. It's the indigenous skin color, man. Damn.
Hey, can y'all post that video in the chat?
What video?
That one with the people that created that map that you was talking about just now.
I think it's called the biology of skin.
Yeah, I put it in the back chat if somebody could share that with everybody so they can watch it.
The lecture she did on it. She did one on skin and she did one on sweat. That's pretty good too.
Yeah, she said, I want to let you know she's a very, very pale lady. So if you're scared of white people, don't look at it. Yeah, she's very, very white.
She got look, Rick Kittle's on that. Rick Kittle's on that joint though, so they got something to look at.
She's very, very. See white.
Oh, the short video. Yeah, she got a long one. He talking about like a short, like 20-minute clip.
Yeah,
cover your eyes. Cover your eyes. If you don't think white people have anything to say to make some sense, just cover your eyes. I understand. Cover your eyes. So all you gotta do is cover your eyes. Here you go. Cover your eyes and watch the video.
They listen to white people. They listen to white pseudos. They don't like white. They don't like white scientific information, but they like that white pseudo shit.
Oh man. Yeah, there you go. I put it in the chat room. It's right there. Oh yeah, he hit y'all with the serious joint. I believe this is the Howard Hughes lecture series. I know what it is. That's the Howard Hughes joint right there, ain't it? Bio Interactive. Yeah, that's a serious website, man. Get that website, y'all, and go all through it and save your life. Your life will change over you go. That's a powerful website there, man. So look, man, we out of here, man. Any closing words real quick? I appreciate everybody supporting the studio because we had a nice crowd for a daggone Tuesday, didn't we, y'all?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
no doubt. Appreciate the debate. Yeah, we're about the right time, man. I appreciate. We ain't even get to talk about vaccines, man. Vaccines will stop the coronavirus. That's how.
Yeah, Corey in the cosmos, ain't he?
Yeah, you in the cosmos, Corey. Come back. Hey, Vance, closing words real quick.
Subscribe to the
Vance in the cosmos.
iTunes. Vance in the cosmos. I'm on speaker. My fault.
Got you. Subscribe to the Real Black Atheist podcast.
Yeah, that junk done, man.
I am Sosa.
Yeah, we black at it Saturday, man. Shoot, it's all good. Peace and love.
Yeah, miss you this week, man. We had a prolific one, yo. You'd enjoyed it. We was fighting the drunken monkey.
Hey, look, I was dozed off. I woke up at 1. I thought y'all was getting the show. Then I woke up. I'm like, this nigga went 7 hours. I'm like, God damn.
Yo, we was fighting the drunken monkey, yo.
He wouldn't go down.
The drunken monkey. We monkeys. I'm gonna call him the drunken monkey clown. All right. He be having the monkey style, the drunken monkey style. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't. I'm telling you, yo, he had some good information. It wasn't like he came on there, but he ain't bring that blend like he's needed to on that subject. But he wasn't bad. But at the end of the day, yo, I ain't no damn monkey. If you catch me in 40 million years, yo, you're gonna see a monkey. If you catch me another 350 million years, you're gonna see a fish. If you go back farther than that, you're gonna see some vegetation.
Do a show on them hominids though, man. I've been got down there on the rabbit hole looking at that Florensis.
Ooh,
man, bro, like you got it, like, like I didn't realize it was that many. Like they got so many like hominids out there, like they don't even know what category to put some of them in. Like they got some finds, like that's crazy, bro. Like,
and how about they reshuffle the deck and start all over again? How about that?
Yeah, they like, yo, let's just start all over, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I heard they was like, they're not quite sure about Homo the handyman, Homo habilis. They're like, they're not quite decided on if he should be in the human family or not, or he deserves his own family. So I'm like, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, they're gonna move. I was talking to Ngozi. He said Sahil. They moved him out the human family. Sahil, they want to go back to maybe?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. They were trying to say Florensis might be human, right? It said it was arguing Florensis could be human, and they were saying he deserved his own category too.
Yeah, I thought he was Homo Florensis. I thought he was human.
So what they do? Put him in the bonobo category or something?
Nah, they want to say he came out of Homo erectus. Like they saying Homo erectus got stuck over there, and then through natural selection became him. And then other people saying, nah, he's a human, and other people saying he deserves his own category. Yeah, you gotta do a show on that, bro. I like shit.
So that just goes to show, man, there's still work to be done in science. So encourage your kids to get involved, and being on the front line and being one of the pioneers to uncover some of that data. Well, go ahead.
When you see them depictions though, Corey, like that should have your mind gone, boy. Like, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Like, if we don't get our kids involved in this shit, yo, we gonna go extinct. Like dead ass.
No doubt.
Them niggas gonna be on Mars, yo. We was still on Earth with no food and shit.
Hey, I am so.
Yeah. Talk about we waiting on Yahweh.
Hey, check out this joint called Out of the Cradle, yo. It's a documentary on that joint. On the
yeah, all right, for sure.
Yeah.
Out of the Cradle. Yeah, I'll check it out. Hey, I'll be watching that. Y'all watch Eons, EONS, little PBS John
on YouTube. Yeah, I be seeing some of these.
They got like little breakdowns of like every part of evolution. There, you can just start right there, then research.
I love PBS.
Yeah, Eons, that shit dope.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I love that shit right there. Yeah. Uncle fell off.
We out.
Yeah.
I ain't fall off. We watch this game. We done. Y'all closing statements. We had a good bill, yo. We right at that good sweet spot.
What you trying to watch the Ravens lose again?
Yep.
I
ain't trying.
You see them skins yesterday though. That's all.
I ain't trying. What they do? Who they beat?
Yeah, listen.
Ain't no such thing as Redskins no more.
Yeah. My bad. My football team. My football team.
What the Redskins be, yo?
Man, they the Redskins, man, forever.
That's racist. That's racist.
Y'all disrespectful.
They disrespectful.
They already changed. They already messed up the Washington Bullets, yo. I can't have one of my teams. Stay
They was the Baltimore Bullets.
Oh, word.
Right, you ain't talking about Washington. You
Yeah,
talking
they
about
was
the
Baltimore Bullets first.
Oh, I know that. I know
Yeah.
the Washington.
Yeah. Hey, the Wizards is our team. Baltimore gave them y'all.
Yeah, they actually did take the team. Now I'm mad at you, Kent.
Hey, when I went to the game, it was the Bullets, goddamn. The Washington Bullets.
Oh man. It was the Beta Bullets, yo, the Baltimore Bullets, yo. They played the Civic Center downtown, yo. I remember that, yo.
Back when we had George Marison and Calbert Cheney, them boys.
Oh man.
Chris Webber.
Yo, remember they had Bernard King, yo?
Nah, I don't remember him. That's
hey, Chef. Hey, Chef, remember they
Yeah, Kent don't know nothing about Bernard King here.
I don't remember him. I remember Calbert Cheney and
I want everybody to look at the highlights of Bernard King. I remember he gave Jordan 55 one night.
Dang. Yeah, he scored that rock, bro. He scored that rock.
Yeah, he was a little different, yo. All right, man. Look, man. I'm out of here, man. Appreciate everybody. Peace and love, man. Thanks for supporting the Pseudo Killas. Make sure y'all subscribe, hit that like button. Make sure y'all support the Abju Wear store, man. Support the Mossy Clan Warriors, the Amaral Squad, Kofi Pasai Research Team, MBK. You know what I'm saying? Support Brother Ngozi. You know what I mean? What's up, Shawty? They watch them Ravens. You know what it is. You know I'm rushing all up out of here, yo. All right, man. We out, man. Love y'all, man. We be back next week. No, we be back at the end of the week. All right, we out.